for suffocation. The News at 5 starts right now. First at 5, Homeland Security stepping in to investigate the discovery of dozens of people inside a tractor trailer on the southwest side. Investigators say the trailer traveled here from Laredo.
It was loud banging coming from inside that alerted neighbors in the 14,500 block of Quisenberry Road around 2 this morning. It's believed 60 to 80 people inside for about 4 hours.
As of this morning, only 29 of them had been located. Despite the trailer being air conditioned, some of them did have minor dehydration.
This discovery comes a week before Vice President Kamala Harris will travel to where many migrants are coming from, Guatemala.
The vice president also planning to visit Mexico in addition to Guatemala. And as Jesse Delgado tells us, many say instead of a quick fix, Kamala Harris's visit could lay some groundwork for the eventual solution to the immigration crisis.
When she's in Guatemala, Vice President Kamala Harris is likely to talk about the humanitarian aid she's offered and the U.S. business investment she's encouraging.
But it's also about having very frank and honest conversations about the need to address corruption, to address crime, violence, and in particular against some of the most vulnerable populations in that country.
Difficult conversations at the very least, says an expert on Guatemala and its neighbor, Mexico.
Us going in and saying you need to do X, Y, and Z is never going to work.
Given what she says is America's legacy of intervention and imperialism in the region.
We're not going to be able to solve the problem by just going in there and telling people you need to do the right thing.
She says it'll take more than one visit, working with grassroots organizations there, and much more time to find solutions to what's happening on the border. Harris also will have to contend with the political violence in Mexico, much like Guatemala experienced. Is it possible for the vice president to overcome all of that?
She can't. Quite frankly.
Jesse Degollado, KSAT 12 News.
A man in the hospital after he was shot this morning. San Antonio police officers found the victim in the 1700 block of Sign Street. That's in a neighborhood near Roosevelt and Loop 410 on the south side. They say he had multiple gunshot wounds, was taken to the hospital in critical condition. 2 people who police say were arguing with the victim before he was shot were detained for questioning.
More than 6 months after a 27-year-old teacher's assistant died in a hit-and-run wreck, a second person has now been arrested. The man who was behind the wheel of her car, 21-year-old Isaiah Judah Carrillo. He's been charged with intoxication manslaughter. He's accused of driving more than 40 miles above the speed limit before he crashed into another driver at the intersection of Evers and Fairford Drive. Now, this happened back in October. Booking records showing Carrillo had an alcohol and marijuana level in his system at the time of the crash. He suffered broken legs, but his passenger, Janice Gul, died. San Antonio police put out a search for the driver of the truck who fled the scene. 45-year-old Juventino Rivas Jr. was later arrested on charges of failure to stop and render aid, resulting in death, as well as failure to stop and render aid, resulting in serious bodily injury. Carrillo's bond has now been set at $125,000. Like so many other internet claims we have shown you about the COVID-19 vaccine, the false claim that the vaccine will alter your DNA has been widely shared and talked about on social media. Because the vaccine uses a technology called messenger RNA, there is some confusion and misinformation about what the vaccine does after it's injected. 2 doctors, Dr. Brian Alsop from University Health and Dr. Jason Bowling at UT Health, who we'll be speaking with during the KSAT Q&A on the News at 6, are setting the record straight. Both say the mRNA vaccine technology works by essentially tracking our bodies into making a protein, and then that copies the surface receptor, the spikes, on the COVID-19 virus. And once that's done, the mRNA breaks down. It allows our immune system to recognize and attack the real virus if a person is exposed.
Good news is there's no interaction at all between the messenger RNA and the vaccines and an individual's DNA.
The mRNA does not enter the nucleus of our cells. It doesn't integrate into our genetic blueprint. So it doesn't become part of us.
And so again, getting the vaccine will not alter a person's DNA. If you do see a questionable post on the internet, it's recommended talk to your doctor to get the facts. All of that misinformation, along with June being National Month of Action, are two reasons why our KSAT community partners are holding a phone bank today. It's to answer any questions and address any reservations you might have, and it's happening right now. Steve is at the phone bank now. Steve?
Ursula, I'm joined by Dr. Tommy Austin, Senior Vice President, Chief Nurse Executive with University Health. We have a phone bank full of experts that are with us. And, Doctor, what are the top reasons that you're hearing people don't want to get vaccinated?
Well, there's still that misinformation in regards to pregnancy, that it can make an individual sterile. There's also the fear that there's some type of microchip or some type of tracker in the vaccine. So those are the top two things that I've heard in regards to individuals being fearful of taking the vaccine.
What if somebody still has questions? Call the number 351-1363. Talk about your colleagues that are here. I mean, these aren't just, people off the street that we've got to answer phones today.
No, I have some of my top nurse leaders here. So Rocio Garcia is my executive director for the emergency department. And I have Dr. John Reese, who is my policy and procedure, and he understands nursing regulatory, but he's also an ICU nurse. So I have very, very astute nursing staff here to help answer any calls that anyone might have. And we do have access to Dr. Bowling later if we need more information.
Yeah, this is going from 5 until 7 o'clock tonight. Dr. Austin will be answering phones along with her colleagues. Call if you have any questions or you have a loved one who has questions. 210-351-1363. Ursula?
Good deal. Let's get those phones ringing with your questions. And we have a reminder that if you have not voted in the city's runoff election, tomorrow is Election Day and your last chance. There are 5 city council races in the runoff. Districts 1, 2, 3, 5, and 9 are on the ballot. Polls open up at 7 a.m. tomorrow. They close at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. More than 21,000 people voted during the early voting period. You can read up on all the candidates right now on KSAT.com. And be sure to stick with KSAT 12 tomorrow for all your Election Day coverage. We will have results on the night beat. And coming up tonight on the news at 6, Garrett Berger taking a look at that District 9 council race where incumbent District 9 Councilman John Courage is trying to keep his seat. He's being challenged by Patrick Von Dolen, who hopes the third time will be the charm. That's coming up tonight on the 6 o'clock news.
Definitely a lot drier out there today as compared to what we were dealing with even this time yesterday, as that rain yesterday was moving on out. We are actually trimming down your rain chances heading into the weekend, and we'll talk all about that coming up really shortly. But first, let's check in with our weather watchers. It is still unseasonably cool out there for this time of year. Upper 70s in portions of the hill country, 82 in Floresville, 85 in Seguin, 79 in Bulverde. And again, pretty quiet out there today as far as the rain is concerned. There are a couple of showers, mainly east of San Antonio. I can't rule out a little pop-up brief shower through about 7, 8 o'clock. Chances are, though, you won't see any rain this evening. And the weekend is looking drier as compared to what we were seeing the past few days. So we'll talk all about that coming up in the full forecast.
Thank you, Katie. The Comal River is back open after it closed following yesterday's rainfall. The New Braunfels Police Department says the river is open to tubers, swimmers, and other visitors. But city staff is still clearing up debris along the riverbanks and the tube chute dam. They recommended rivergoers wear life vests and be cautious for debris that could be underwater.
South Texas weather can be a bit tricky, but one thing you can always expect is we will definitely have a summer heat wave. And that's why Project Cool is back for its 25th year, giving away free box fans to seniors in need. The program kicked off today. Organizers say this year is extra special considering all the issues that last year brought about.
It means a lot to be able to have this event this year in person and have things somewhat turning back to normal where we can visit with seniors who may have been isolated over these last 14 months and ensure that all their basic needs are being met and they're in a safe environment.
You can help by dropping off 20-inch box fans at any fire station except Station 23 at the airport. 5 or more fans can be dropped off Monday through Friday at St. Stephen's Care Center on South Zarzamora Street. Anyone who's interested in receiving a free box fan should call the United Way's 211 helpline to find a convenient site for pickup.
Well, for many people, the weekend is here, and that means more road construction around the area.
Samuel King joins us now with a look around town. We're still waiting on some major projects to really get started. I guess the rain, huh?
Yeah, indeed. And they took a break last weekend because of the holiday, but we're seeing some projects picking up. The 1604 project on the northwest side we told you about earlier this week, crews are ramping up some of the setup work in coming days. We're talking about the stretch of 1604 from 281 to Bandera Road. The project will expand the highway from 5 to 10 lanes, 5 in each direction. Most of that work right now is going on weeknights, but that will change later this month. Now, this weekend, there will be some alternating lane closures on Loop 1604 between Stone Oak Parkway and 281 for some paving work. Also, some alternating closures on 281 itself from Stone Oak to 1604. Also for lane paving. Now, let's head out to the maps. There's some other weekend work to mention, including some emergency pothole work tonight in Comal County. This is on 35 northbound between 306 and Conrad's in Kohlenberg overnight beginning at 8 this evening. Also on the west side, we're going to have some work on Loop 410 this weekend, West Military to Marbach Road. Things looking a lot better today on the roads. We'll have an update throughout the evening. Steve, Ursula?
Thanks so much, Samuel. We've got more infant products being recalled by the Consumer Product Safety Commission. They're the Fisher-Price brand, sold at Walmart, Target, and on Amazon. 4 infants, in fact, have died while using the Fisher-Price 4-in-1 Rock and Glide Soother. The deaths occurred between April 2019 and February 2020. In each case, the infants were placed on their back unrestrained and then were later found on their stomachs. Fisher-Price also recalling its 2-in-1 Soothe and Play gliders. No deaths have been reported with this product, but there's still a risk of suffocation. So if you have either of these products, you should stop using them immediately. You can request a refund at service.mattel.com or by calling the number on your screen right now. It is 855-853-6224. Strollers, bikes, and home improvement equipment. It's just the beginning of June and the deals are rolling out. Coming up next, the best time to buy this month and where to look for these deals that you might want to take advantage of. It's the season for grads and dads. At Amazon's Prime Day coming up, and you can do some serious shopping, whether you're looking for a baby stroller or a smartwatch or just something to keep the mosquitoes from biting you. 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz says June can be the best time to buy.
As we head into summer, the deals are heating up. Even Amazon is getting an early start.
Amazon Prime Day will be in June this year. It will fall on the 21st and 22nd. We're expecting big sales across the board from Amazon, and other retailers are going to be joining in as well.
So what's hot and discounted? Consumer Reports tracks its top tested products to know when is the best time to buy. For parents, the Britax Be Lively Stroller is on sale. $204 at Bye Bye Baby, Bed Bath & Beyond, and Target. It got top test scores for safety and maneuverability. Spending time outside, you'll want protection from the sun and bugs. The Hawaiian Tropic Island Sport Spray SPF 30 is $9 at Amazon and Walmart. And Repel Lemon Eucalyptus Insect Repellent is $5 at Amazon and Walmart. Father's Day is coming up. You can save money on this DeWalt cordless 12-volt drill. It's $130 on Amazon. It tested well for power and speed. June is also prime time for deals on pressure washers, but
you may not need to buy a pressure washer. You can rent one from a store like Home Depot or Lowe's if you just have a small project.
And in the health department, this Omron 10 Series blood pressure monitor is on sale for $69 at Best Buy and Walmart. For dads and grads, June is also a good time to find deals on smartwatches. We found some sales on Fitbit and Apple models on Amazon and Walmart. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
So much going on and a lot of people wondering, will they be able to get it in with all the rain that we've had over the last few days? And those clouds, they're
scary looking.
I was going to say, they kind of tell me we're not done with the rain yet.
Yeah, we've had some puffy cumulus clouds out there, and there have been a couple of really spotty showers. but we're starting to trim back the rain chances, and overall, I think most of us are going to get through the weekend without a whole lot more rain. Here's a quick glance at your weekend forecast. We'll get into the specifics. Isolated showers and storms possible the next couple of days. And honestly, your best chance is tomorrow as compared to Sunday. But even tomorrow, I don't expect a whole lot of activity here locally. And here's why. Satellite and radar across Texas shows a decent amount of some rain, especially through central Texas and down south of Houston there into Louisiana. We've got a nice swirl here spinning counterclockwise. We have got an upper level low that is moving into Texas and will slide east across the state this weekend. However, I think this is already too far east to really help us out a whole lot with the rain chances. All the good rain making energy, they're on the east side of these upper level lows. So position wise, we were looking okay, but I think it's actually already a bit too far east, such that it's starting to produce a lot more heavy rain just east of 35, mainly closer to the I-45 corridor in the Houston area. So over the next couple of days, the next 48 hours, this will move northeast across Texas, and that's going to keep a lot of the very heavy rain and the rain that's higher in coverage off to the east of San Antonio in I-35. I do think we could have some spotty rainfall totals over the next 48 hours, between 1 to 2 inches, but that is going to be primarily east of San Antonio. For some places like Karnes County all the way up to Hallettsville and Lavaca County, that's where I expect we'll see a few more of those showers and non-severe storms over the weekend. They could produce heavy rain. That's why we could see some isolated rainfall totals up near 1 to 2 inches east of the I-35 corridor. Everyone else, things are looking fairly dry over the next couple of days. So if you were going a little stir crazy with the rain we've had around the past, 4 or 5 weeks or so, I think you'll have a good opportunity to get out this weekend and you'll be able to get those outdoor plans in just fine. Currently, temperatures below average for this time of year. This is pretty pleasant, even though it's humid. 80 at the airport, 79 in Kerrville, it's 86 out in Del Rio. A bit more cloud cover off closer to the Houston area from Gonzales County over to Hallettsville and Lavaca County as well. We've got a couple of little spotty showers west of Blanco, south of Fredericksburg and Gillespie County, and one cell trying to dump some heavy rain there to the southeast of Hallettsville. But Hallettsville, this isn't moving very quickly and it's kind of drifting off to the southwest, so the heaviest of rain should stay south of Hallettsville this evening. Futurecast takes us into the overnight hours, keeping things pretty quiet. I can't rule out a stray shower here or there, but most of us will be rain-free heading into Saturday morning. As we start to heat up a little bit tomorrow afternoon, a few more of these isolated showers and non-severe storms will be possible, but I expect activity to be higher in coverage off closer to the Houston area. That will be true on Sunday as well. Just a few little spotty showers here or there. So overall, weekend is trending much drier than what it was looking like the past couple of days. It'll give us a good chance to kind of be like a duck and shake our tail feathers, dry off a little bit. 68 tonight, mostly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, 30% chance of a pop-up shower or storm, 83 your high temperature. And then we start to warm things up. As rain chances come down, temperatures come up just a bit, and it looks like we'll get a really good chance to start drying off by the middle of next week, guys.
Thank you, Katie. I think our meteorologists need a break.
Katie just told us to shake our tail feathers.
I know. I think that means we need to go dancing.
I'm just letting you know that's what we have to take that advice. All right. LeBron as in Lagon.
Yeah, the first time it's ever happened in his career in the first round of the NBA playoffs. When we come back, we'll show you how the champs were knocked out. And the Rangers, Smithson Valley Rangers, are headed to state. Coming up. For the first time in 15 years, a LeBron-led team has been eliminated the first round of the NBA playoffs. Happened last night when the Phoenix Suns ended the Lakers season in Game 6. Anthony Davis gave it a go with a bad knee and strained groin, but only lasted 5 minutes before he had to leave the game. Meantime, Devin Booker teed off on the shorthanded Lakers. He scored 22 of his 47 points in the first quarter, as the Lakers are held to just 14 points in the first period and were down by as many as 29 in the first half. Booker would hit for 8 3-pointers, added 11 rebounds in the 113-100 victory, eliminating the defending champs 4 games to 2, giving Phoenix their first playoff series win since 2010.
The one thing that bothers me more than anything, we never really got an opportunity to see our full team at full strength, either because of injury or COVID or something going on with our ball club this year. We could never fully get into a rhythm and never really kind of see the full potential of what we're capable of.
And LeBron indicates he will not be suiting up for Greg Popovich and Team USA in the delayed 2020 Tokyo Olympics.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Leo Collins is back on the field after missing all of last season with hip problems that forced him to have surgery. Now he's back at the Cowboys' second organized team activities, ready to protect quarterback Dak Prescott in his comeback, as well at right tackle.
It was tough. I just kept going back and forth for myself because, I knew if I had to get the surgery, I was going to miss the season. And it was something that, I wasn't looking forward to at all. And just getting surgery, period. But it was something that needed to be done. So just went on ahead and got it done. I'm happy we got it done when we did. And now I feel good and ready to rock.
Good to hear. The Smithson Valley Rangers are headed to state after they held off Los Fresnos in the Region 4 baseball finals that had to be finished today in Corpus Christi due to weather. The game resumed in the 6th with the bases full of Falcons. They would end up tying the game at 2 going into the 7th. The Rangers don't blink. Tim Arguello comes through with an RBI single to left to score Ryan Ruff, and the Rangers grab the lead back 3-2. Bottom of the 7th, Falcons have the bases loaded again. All the Rangers need is one out. Rangers pitcher Brandon Taylor makes a nice grab, tossed to first for the final out. The Rangers are headed to state 3-2.
Once that ball hit my glove, I just knew that I just had to run it over and basically hand it off to Garrett. So, I knew the game was over once that ball hit my glove, and just so many emotions were going through my mind right then and there.
It's one of a kind. This is one amazing team. We're all like brothers to each other. Amazing team.
That is great to hear. And also, Judson is playing right now in the state semifinals. I have those highlights for you coming up at 6 and on the night beat tonight.
In softball.
You got it.
Yeah. Thanks, Greg.
Wish them luck. We'll be right back.
All right, some spotty showers and non-severe storms this weekend. If you do get some rain, it certainly could be heavy with some flashes of lightning. But overall, we'll start to trend down rain chances through early next week. Enjoy the low to mid 80s this weekend because we know that won't be lasting for too much longer, guys.
Thank you so much for watching the News at 5 with us.
World News up next. We'll see you back here at 6.